Hi, I'm Ilana Hofferscoff. I'm here tonight with Mia Buckwell-Gellis, and we co-founded Milestones Autism Resources in 2003. We started the organization to help improve the lives of individuals with autism. We're here today because we're looking for an investment of $60,000 so that we can deepen the impact of those with autism in Northeast Ohio and to help us sustain our earned income. We started the organization because we are parents of children with autism. It's a spectrum in that individuals are impacted to varying degrees, but they all share challenges with behavior, communication, and social interaction. Let me give you a visual example of the difficulty that individuals with autism face in terms of interpreting social cues. This is a picture of my family. My two children are very close in age, and yet my son is understanding the social cues and my daughter is looking away disengaged. And she didn't understand what was taking place. After a lot of research and effort, we were able to find behavioral strategies that were effective to help her learn to interact with her brother, and you see they have a nice relationship today. My daughter is one of 45,000 individuals diagnosed with autism in Northeast Ohio. That's the 7-county area. Along this journey, we found that educating her was definitely important, but that wasn't enough. We also had to educate ourselves as family members. We had to educate fellow therapists, doctors who would be working with her, and that whole circle of community that helps that individual reach their potential. Well, when Mia and I got together, we were looking for an organization that was dedicated to education for the entire autism community, and we couldn't find it. And that's why we started Milestones. And today, in fact, not only is Milestones the only organization of its kind in Northeast Ohio, it's the only organization of its kind within the state. We, over the last 14 years, have developed an organization, built a board of directors, working with leading partners in the community, all committed to this mission of improving the lives of individuals with autism. We've put together a full-time staff. Mia and I brought our expertise and background in nonprofit management and development to start the organization, but we've added people with expertise in social work, education, and behavioral strategies. The way people interact with our organization is through these core programs, and one builds upon the next. Let me share with you people's experience through the experience of one of our clients. Carla has a son, Daniel. When he was 2 years old, she was given the diagnosis of autism. And then what did she do? She went online and Googled Autism Cleveland and came to the Milestones website. And this is what she found. Over 1,000 resources, information about social groups, about educational schools, specifically for those with autism. When she wanted to learn more, as many people do on this journey, she came to the Milestones Autism Conference, where she met up with 1,000 other people coming together to learn. But even more importantly, she was able to come with her husband, Mo, and with her mother, and together they learned as a family, and they learned effective strategies that had been proven to work with individuals with autism. As Milestones became a trusted resource for her and her family, she came and asked for coaching, and we worked with her individually and worked to develop the things that were important to her family. They wanted to learn social skills so that her family could interact together, so that her son and his brother could interact. We work with individuals at all ages, stages, and abilities. The major problem for an adult with autism is the difficulty in finding employment. 70% of adults with autism are unemployed. That means that 7 out of 10 adults are without a job. They are a burden on themselves, on their family, and on the community. On average, it costs about $2 million to educate and support an adult throughout their lifetime with autism. In the Northeast Ohio area, that totals over $90 billion. Autism is here as a resource for families who are struggling with this challenge. I want to share with you an example of one of our clients, Nate. Nate started working with us when he was 17 years old. He has a fear of children, of the unpredictability of children, to the point where he hits children. This was a great dilemma for his school. He was at a very reputable autism school. They worked with him and helped him to manage that fear. However, they could not find a job for him. So they came to Milestones because they were stuck. The family was stuck, the school team was stuck. And so the way Milestones worked with him was to develop a personalized plan to help him reach his goal of employment. We offered him and held an internship for him at Milestones. And by the way, when he came to Milestones, he came with 2 job coaches, 2 football-sized player job coaches, because of the fear that he would attack other staff. But during the internship, we worked with him, developed strategies that would be specific to him to help him build confidence measures, and he became a productive employee. And by the end of his internship, he was able to come independently into the office and was very productive. Then we knew we could engage him in the community, we could find work assessments for him in the community, and today he has a full-time job with Natural Essentials. He's recognized for his productivity, he's a star employee. The ingredient of Milestones into his plan and into his team changed the trajectory for him. It changed for him, for his family, and also for the school, so that they could realize that individuals who are severely impacted with autism can give back, can have a job, can contribute. This is so important, and this is where we want to grow, and this is why we're here. Because we want the investment to help us increase our impact to help other people like Nate. We feel that we're a good investment for you. I want to share with you why and share our history. This is our history of growth. We started in 2003 with a grant of $2,500, and we leveraged that into $22,500. I'll tell you how. We had a conference, and we had 400 people show up the first year. We recognized that we had a valuable commodity, we had something that was of value to the community, and they were going to support it. And you see that through our growth as we hired staff, that philanthropy, that purple-blue line, continued to grow, so that 75% of our income comes from philanthropy. We are recognized as a community resource and important to those within the autism community and beyond. We're here today because in the next few years through 2020, we would like to double our impact. We want to do it in a way that's going to sustain the organization through diversified funding, through some new unique funding streams that we haven't been doing, increasing our consultations, monetizing our online income. And we want to use that and invest it back into the organization so that we can reach and help more people. Our investment, if it comes from you, the investment is a one-time gift of $60,000, but that will be translated into $300,000 of annual recurring income. This is just within a couple of years. And what's great about this is the investment will be in business development, digital marketing, and customized content so that each one of our services is customized. And as people enter from one, they go to the next. And they deepen their interaction with Milestones. They receive a better outcome for the individual and for the family, and by paying for services, they're sustaining the organization. Take a look at our numbers. Right now, we're at 50,000 unique website visitors. Through the investment, we'll be able to double that. We'll also start monetizing the online resources. Our conference attendees will be growing as well and doubling. With greater registrations, more exhibitors and sponsors will be interested in a larger conference. And one of our most exciting ventures, as I've described, is our consultations. We start with a pilot project we've had this past year of working with 25 families and agencies. To grow that to 400 would create a great impact in terms of that individual, that family, and society. We're here today because it's so important to us to improve people's lives. With your investment, you will help us sustain the organization. And as partners, we'll be working together to create a great impact on society, where individuals with autism are given the opportunity to give back, to share their strengths, and as a community, we'll all be enriched. Thank you very much for listening.